Welcome back to some more BTD Battles 2. I've played a lot more games in between, and I'm looking to improve on what I've got so far. I have pushed my way into the yellow stadium, I think it's called, and I think I've developed quite a good strategy overall. It's a good strategy in my head, but I need to get the upgrades for it. But I'm slowly working my way towards them, so hopefully very soon
I never miss.
we'll be able to use them. I also got this VIP thing. It's only like 12 AUD, and it gives you 3 times XP. I mean, that's worth it. I mean, why would you not? Honestly, if you have the money for it, why not spend a bit of money on it? Now, on this map, I really like this tack shooter spot right here. Nope, come on. Because the only tack that doesn't shoot is the this far left one. And I don't care about first blood. I've realized it's whatever, you know. I ain't too fussed about it. Now, a lot of people, they go for the tack spray early. I'm more of a blade shooter guy myself. Obviously, I love the blade shooter from regular battles as well. But gonna be going for a blade shooter in the early game here, and it pretty much sets you up to get a really good economy all the way. I've been able to get to 900 eco by round 8 very regularly, which I think is pretty good. I mean, I can't imagine there'd be many strategies that would get you that high that quickly. I'm gonna drop my Quincy down just to clean up any leaks, and then we'll start sending out some blues. Obviously, in this arena, the players are a lot better. There was a few times where I was just beating people on like round 4, and I was a bit like, well, is it just a waste of time? Do I even need to upgrade that? I don't think so. I'm going to anyway. Now, obviously, I'll get a sub what here. Yeah, with camo detection, and the only thing I'll have to worry about is leads, which I can pop using a tack shooter. So that's the main gist of the strategy. I'm still not sure what I want as my third tower. Like, I really like the tack ninja combination with the submarine on maps where you can get a submerge and support sub. I don't actually have a nuke sub yet, but obviously it'll be way better once I get that too. But until then, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. I'm just going to upgrade this because, yeah, he's going to be sending those out, and they hurt. Boomerang, tack, sub. So he's going to be a bit weak once the Moabs start coming out, if we get to that stage. Now, obviously, the biggest issue I've faced with the lack of upgrades is dealing with DDTs, because at this stage, you just do not have enough. You do not have enough things that kill blacks, leads, and camo at the same time. Now, obviously, you can decamo them with the sub, but then you've got to find enough DPS in towers which kill lead and black. Now, I think I've figured out where I want to go. I think I want to go for the sticky bomb ninjas, with maybe even like a bloon and something like that. I have thought of a few other strategies I want to try, but I don't want to expose them yet, because I think they could be really powerful, and I'd rather keep them to myself, to be honest. Now, we'll get ourselves a second blade shooter here. We don't really desperately need it, but it's just nice to be a bit more secure, and you can see my economy is absolutely booming. Definitely would be higher than his. Now, there is one sort of issue with this strategy, is that it does struggle versus grouped leads, because the tack shooters can only do so well. Obviously, it wouldn't be an issue once I get myself a nuclear sub, but until then, it is a bit of an issue. I'm actually going to drop this a little bit lower. Can't send leads out anyway, so not too much of an issue yet. We have 950 economy. So now we're just going to start saving up to either rush him or defend a possible rush from him. Now, where do I want to... I reckon I'm going to put this guy... I actually am tempted to put it like here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get myself a ninja. Now, obviously, we'll get this sub. And then we'll drop down a ninja. And another tack shooter. I imagine he's going to go for some type of purple rush. He's doing some type of layered attack here. Or is he just ecoing? Maybe he's just ecoing. I'm going to go for a bunch of group leads. Followed up by some pinks. Purples, sorry. I don't know if this will break through, but I think it should do quite well. Some of the leads you can hear have snuck through. He does get another upgrade on his tack shooters, but I do get quite a bit through. Am I going to kill him? I am going to kill him. There we go. So there's the first game of the video out of the way. That lead purple rush I have noticed is quite powerful. I probably should put some zebras in there as well. Just to layer it a bit better, but get our first win on the board. I'll see you guys in the next game. Alright, here we are for the second game. We're against Jones, 1-4-1-2. And again, I think on this map I can probably go for the same sort of strategy. So we'll do that. Tack shooter, ninja, and submarine. Now, I really am trying to build up these towers because I think they're going to be meta towers. Like, there's going to be a lot of strategies which revolve around these three towers. So I'm quite comfortable with using these three towers. Now, I don't watch any YouTube videos to do with BTD Battles 2 because I want to learn meta things from playing against people and from myself learning as well. Because it's just more fun that way. I've always enjoyed trying to, on new games, learn the meta myself. It's just how I like to do things. And that is how we're going to do it on this game as well. Again, not worried about first blood. I don't actually know if it changes how much XP and stuff you get at the end of the rounds, or at the end of the game. But either way, I'm not gonna stress about it. The most important thing is that we get the win, and if that means being a little more greedy in the early game, just to lose, you know, 20 lives, then that's fine by me. Now, obviously, there was no first blood in Battles 1, so it didn't really matter if you leaked. Also, the reason I choose Quincy over Gwendolyn is I don't really need Gwendolyn, and Quincy's just a cheaper hero. And I feel like my build doesn't really need a good hero. And Gwendolyn, Quincy doesn't actually get outperformed by Gwendolyn very much. So I'm happy to use Quincy instead. I just think it's a better choice. Also gets camo detection, so that's another big thing, is that Quincy can detect camos. If I forget to get the sub or anything stupid like that. Going for the sub down there, that's an interesting choice. Airburst darts, I've noticed, obviously, it's a different game completely because it's off the BTD 6 towers, but it is considerably worse than in the regular battles. So that's a interesting little thing to consider, that airburst darts is considerably weaker, which was one of the main reasons why submarine was so popular in the original battles. Was you had the reactor sub, and then you had airburst darts, which was just super powerful early game. You could just eco really hard with airburst in the early game. Again, we're going to leak a bit here, but I'm not too fast. Not really an issue. I'm just going to keep trucking away with our attack shooter here. Pretty happy with how he's doing. Alright, now we got some yellows to send out. His defense might struggle a bit here because he doesn't actually have airburst darts on any of his subs. So these yellows might cause him some issues. Looks like he's defending fine though. I'm going to grab another blade shooter. We'll activate Quincy's ability because we can. But we'll grab another blade shooter here in a second. There we are. The yellows are starting to cause him some issues, but he's holding, so that's good. Not going to quite get as much eco as I got in the first game, that's okay. Here we see, so yeah, it seems like Tac Ninja with sub is a strategy that people are using, so I'm happy to see that I'm obviously on the right track with my tower choices. We're going to stick at 928 eco. My eco is definitely considerably better than his. We'll get our submarine ready. Yeah, here's probably the best spot. Grab a ninja. Because obviously we want to rank up our towers. Make sure they're getting at least some XP. Now I'm going to send him a bunch of whites here. Now this might get me killed, because I'm leaving myself open for a counter rush. But he actually doesn't have much to deal with this, and then I can just send these guys on top, and I think he's dead here. I don't think he can defend this. No, he's dead, 100%. There we go, so game number 2, we're 2 from 2.
Piece of cake.
And another victory there, so I mean, not much to say. Let's look at how much XP we get here. 750 for overall, and obviously a lot of it's going to the tac shooter. But we're still chipping away with the ninja and the submarine, so that's good. And we get a battle chest. Can't complain. See you in the next game. Alright, guys. We are waiting for this guy to ready up. And he's sending me some things. I don't know what they are, what they're called. Emotes, but they're not emotes. Taunts, maybe? Against Heroic Tiger 1015, so it's the Battle of the Tigers here. Now, I have brought with me a different tower to this game. I have brought the Buccaneer, because I think it's a good map for Buccaneer overall. Obviously, this map is very good for tac shooter. And the first thing is, do we put a blade shooter in this spot? I'm going to say yes. I think it's always best. Blade shooter is just so powerful in the early game at dealing with the grouped bloons that come out. I did just play another game. I brought Wizard with me, but the guy died on round 8 to 2 yellows. So obviously I'm not going to put that game in, because that is well, it's not very good content, you know. Not much to see there. The guy just... He had Boomerang Village, which I thought, oh, that's not a bad strategy, and then he tried to defend it, and he didn't... I don't know, I'm not really sure why he didn't. He had a Glaive Ricochet, but obviously Glaive Ricochets aren't even close to as good here as they are on the original battles. Because a Glaive Ricochet on BTD Battles 1 would have dealt with that quite comfortably. So we've got blue bloons coming out now from both of us. He's got a blade shooter in the same spot as mine. I've gone for my Quincy instead of upgrading my tac shooter. You can play it either way, but I like to get my Quincy up early just because then it gets more XP. Gets an extra couple of rounds of XP than whatever his hero was. I think he had Gwendolyn. Yeah, he had Gwendolyn. We'll get one upgrade on our tac shooter. Don't want to... oh, we could get both, but we're not going to. We'll probably need to for the greens. Actually, it probably doesn't make much of a difference here because I'm not spending all my money on eco anyway. Yeah, so we're just cruising through this game. Not much is going on. Tac shooter versus tac shooter. It's pretty common. I mean, there's not really... It's very rare that I come up against a player that doesn't have tac shooter with them. And I am sure that tac shooter will get a really hard nerf in the upcoming patches. But I think tac shooter as well is also just one of those towers. You start with it unlocked. And a lot of its good popping power comes from its early upgrades. Like you've got blade shooter at an early upgrade. You've got the tac sprayer at an early upgrade. And it's a lot of popping power for its price. And I think that maybe if Ninja Kiwi realised that, they might not nerf it too hard, and not as hard as people expect it to be. Because it is quite a powerful tower for its price. But also everyone starts with it unlocked, so they're not playing with other towers and all that yet, because they can't. They haven't got the upgrades for them. You see he's got 3 tac shooters over there. I've revealed to him that I have a Buccaneer. A Buccaneer is also really good because it's easy camo lead detection. So that's why I decided to go and put a one of them in there. I'm gonna use my ability just to be safe. I don't want to lose any lives. I know I always say it doesn't really matter, but you know, it's nice. And the Quincy ability isn't really too important at this stage yet. Drop another tack shooter down, and another tack shooter down, and that'll just help. There's not much popping power, but it's enough to sort of make sure the hordes are a little bit thinner for the tack spray to deal with. And Quincy, and my boat. I'll be happy to see the hordes thinned down a little bit. He's going to continue ecoing. That's really greedy by him. I'm going to stop ecoing. I'm going to get a tack sprayer. I'm going to get a boat down here on close with hot shots. And now I'm going to go for a really big rush on round 11. I don't think his defense will be able to handle it. If he has Blade Maelstrom, then fair play, but he currently has no camo detection. So we're going to go for some zebras with a bunch of purples afterwards. He can go for Blade Maelstrom, but then he probably dies next round. Puts a boat down, but I think he's dead. Oh, he holds with 13 lives. But what are you going to do for this, buddy? The camo attack. Do you have anything to deal with that? He goes for a boat, but it's too late. And we take the heroic Tiger 1015 down. And I take my supremacy of the Tigers. And there we go. So that was a good game. Unfortunately, I didn't place a ninja down there, so I'm not going to get any XP for the ninja. But my Buccaneer gets some good XP, so that's always good. As well as my tack shooter, and of course Quincy. But I think that'll do for this this video, guys. I actually had a really good run there. I went 4-0. So that's a really good video for me, personally. And hopefully you guys learned something. I realized that the tack shooter is absolutely OP at the moment for an early game tower. I'm not sure how it'll stack up in the late game. It's obviously not going to be good versus DDTs or bads or whatever, but you know, that's how it is. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.